Hey.
So what's that? Wow, what a trip it has been today.
Yeah, doing this, Dandy. Thank you. Having a great time, moving things ahead.
Oh my gosh, we do have Linky. Oh my gosh, she's stepping on today. Woo!
Oh, there's Lincoln.
Hello, hello, hello.
And Martin is here. Hello, Martin, and welcome. Welcome.
Well, guys, I just have to say, hey, thank you for all being here. Absolutely. And today is happiness. What determines what we get out of living?
Yes.
And we have Stephen L. Whiteley here determining what we're going to get out of living. Now, what we're going to get, I would imagine, has to do with something of what we're going to give.
You are on the mark.
Oh! Oh my God!
Not just that.
You know what? Sometimes not just that. Oh, there's another thing involved. One more thing? And I have to wait and find out. This world is just absolutely fabulous.
Yes, it is.
We are.
I just love my world.
We have, where in the East do you ever get a sunny day? I don't even remember a sunny day in the East, and we have one right behind me. It's incredible.
Here we are, the 30th of October. Nice.
Yes.
And it's and you can just tell the colors are still out. There's actually a tree over on the other side of the street that's red.
I do see that red tree, and I see a green tree.
Yeah, there's still a green tree, so it hasn't quite hit the frost.
We'll have some green ones. Most of our leaves are down now, though, because we've been having rain and wind for the last few days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this is amazing because you know what, Stephen, you have absolutely changed many people's lives on this Blabs in the last 60 days. You've made them. You've shifted a lot of thought patterns, a lot of ways of being people have been, experiencing in their lives. And I appreciate you for all of that. And I know when we go down these paths, we never say it enough how much it means to actually experience a feeling of relief.
Well, thank you so much. I tell you, that really warms my heart to hear that because there's nothing I like better.
Yes.
Great.
I felt the same. Even I wasn't here to all, but I felt the same.
Nice. Thank you.
You do feel the same. Wow. That is really awesome. Thank you for saying that. I mean, you're here all the time, too. You're like you're
a bright light here every day, and I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
because
amazing. It is.
How I tell it's very good to be here. So
yeah,
the best thing that I can do.
So where else would you want to be?
To share happiness.
It is amazing when people come back. Yes, exactly. It's a good experience because we get to do it for 1 hour. We get to take the lid off of happiness. We get to laugh. We get to experience the good feelings inside of ourselves, and the rest of the time we're dealing with issues and stuff and people's stuff and there's more stuff and more stuff. And you know what? We got this hour to understand who we are and how we can set up our life. Awesome.
Very good. And this is going to be another great day because we're going to reveal just one more secret.
One more secret. What determines what we get out of living? Wow. People can guess, but you know what? It is about how sincere. We can give a lot of different ways, not always
Yes,
in money.
yes, indeed. And so, from my perspective, the biggest thing that determines what we get out of living is focused effort. Now, yeah, so
Focused
not just
effort.
effort. Lots of people work and work and work and work and never really get what they want. But focused effort on our true spiritual path is what gives us energy rather than costing us energy.
And then there's one column.
And as we embrace that ideal every day, we are giving more and more to the world. The world is appreciating that and then paying us.
And you got a cable up like this set up to do the transfer case. Well, I was just gonna hook it up right at
Oh, man, Now I can go there, and I appreciate going there, and it's remarkable that what you say, and you know that, but you know what? Sometimes when you're in this place and you know that you can be on a focused path, and look, I know my focus and I can exclude a lot of things in my life, and that isn't right either. So there's got to be a distinction between knowing where you're focusing too hard, because you can work, or you can work and then still enjoy. You got to enjoy some of the fruits that you're giving. You got to enjoy the fruits that you're giving.
Or are you working to help people and graciously accept money? Because if you're working for money, then what's happening is it's costing you energy. And you're tired at the end of the day, and you're tired sometimes when you get up and you go to work, because you're always chasing the money. And chasing is like hunting. And so what you're hunting, does it come to you or run away from you?
That's true.
When you're hunting, it usually wants to run away from you.
That's true. I live that one, and it's not good.
Yeah. But if you're trying to give, and you're out there just fishing, and you're putting your bait out there and say, who wants this special gift that I'm offering? Then do you have to chase them, or do they come to you? Yeah.
And they can come to you.
So here we are. Man. We're offering deep and lasting happiness. Who wants?
But there is a risk in that. There is a risk in that, because you can have too much of. You can't sit back and wait.
Too much of what?
You can't sit back and wait.
Yes, no, it's not about waiting.
For something
it's about following your pathway.
So how does someone know? They could have, someone could be a truck driver and enjoy their path.
Exactly.
How does someone really know what is?
Well, I think the real way to do that is to connect with your own purpose for living, which is exactly what I'm doing. And so every day.
That's what you do, but how does some lay person?
But then they connect with their own purpose for living, and they carry it out in their own way. Because a purpose for living is not a job. It's not a goal. It's not a pathway that you have to follow. It's the way you follow any pathway you're on. So, for instance, my purpose is to show people that you can be both happy and successful. And I do that in contribution to a happier world. That's my contribution to a happier world. So
Right.
it doesn't matter what path I'm on to be successful. That's up to me. But I choose to go directly to the happiest world that I can. And so I'm out here offering deep and lasting happiness to anybody who wants it. Now, some people will take that and some people won't. And those who will pay me, and those who don't won't. That's fine. It's not for everybody, but there's enough people who want it that I get paid enough.
Get up and make me fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because to really,
Hey, Tom, I see you, man.
to,
Nice
to
see
really
you, Tom.
be happy and productive, you must love what you do. And if you love what you do, hey, there's Tom. Hi, Tom. If you love what you do, then you love doing it. And you become
Right,
it.
right.
So it's more being it than doing it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm
That is
being
true.
happiness. And that makes it effortless to do happiness. So that's why I say you can get happiness working for you. I have happiness working for me. I don't have to make happiness happen. I don't have to go out and try and buy things and consume things to make me happy. I just have happiness inside pushing me onward and onward.
Man, where did I meet you?
This is exactly the point. That's exactly what I was doing when we connected, right? I was talking to everybody who connected to me online. I was sending them a note and said, hey, this is nice, but let's connect in person. And then when we connected in person, you were somebody who went, wait a minute, that's something that's attractive to me.
It is true.
So we ended up working together. So, and now we're working together to
And
spread
the
it out to
attraction.
more and more people.
Exactly.
So now you're
And
getting
you know that
happiness
that's-
working for you. And as you get more and more happiness working for you, then more and more people will be attracted to us.
Yes, because everybody wants to be happy.
Yes.
And we found Linky. I mean, we found
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
so you're right.
So there's
Well,
another
Yes,
is a
person.
because
way that is a way.
I look at to the people who are happy. I search for the people and I found it.
Yes, indeed. Ending unhappiness for good.
Yes.
So the gift here, well, is it more about giving when we're authentically giving from a place of our hearts being
Yes.
open to giving, also receiving too is the same
Yeah.
way as
So
giving. So our
willingly
heart has to be
giving
both
and graciously
willing and
receiving. I give to you
gracious
freely.
to always.
I accept from you graciously.
The gracious part of receiving is just as important as
Yes.
as giving.
Yeah, the giving and
Just
the
as
receiving
important.
must be in flow. Because it's just like, anything. If you give it all away, then you have nothing left and you are nothing left. If you take it all in and you just take it all in, then people start to separate from you because they see you as greedy or as nasty or as self-centered. So when we're in flow, we're giving lots, getting lots,
Right.
then all is well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm giving
So that-
freely and I'm receiving
that's-
graciously.
I can take a deep breath.
There is risk, but everything meaningful has risk. In fact, everything has risk. Avoiding risk has risk.
Jeez, man. I'm trying to make decisions here. And the longer I wait, I'm still making a decision to wait.
Exactly. What you're risking is your success. At the same time, you're risking your health. You're risking your opportunities. So there's no escaping risk. Living is risky.
Yeah, but I like a quiet life sometimes, but I guess I have to risk just so I can be more
More alive. That's
inside.
it.
Yes.
That's what we want. We want people that are fully alive. Not hiding behind some kind of mask, not resting on the hammock on the beach all the time. It's okay to go to the beach and rest. It's okay to take some time off every day, even every hour if that turns your crank. Time off in balance is great.
Well, that is so
Time off
true.
is great, but it's not a meal. It's a dessert. If you try to make it a meal, then you're risking ill health, overweightness, no fitness, all that kind of small playing stuff.
Right.
But we got to play bigger if we want to be big. If we want to get more, if we want to beat more, if we want to do more, if we want to feel more.
So, hey, Tom.
Tom, welcome back.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, what do you think determines what we get out of living, Tom?
Oh, I just watched a movie about that. It was based on a book. It's about immortality, and there was this fountain of youth. It's called Tuck Everlasting, Tuck Everlasting.
Everlasting. Very
And it
nice.
was very much about that. Kind of ended it up with the saying, death is not something to fear. The only thing to fear is a wasted life, or life
Yes.
not lived. Yeah, living a
Yes.
life without really living.
Exactly. Well said. The only thing to fear is a meaningless life.
So when you got in that jet and you put the throttle
Yeah.
on, did you feel a big rush?
Yes.
You did feel a rush. So what's the equivalent of that rush in today's happiness?
I feel that rush every morning when I get out of bed now.
So you can associate that jet rush to when you get out of bed in the morning.
That's an outer physical rush. What I have now is
Outer
an
physical
inner
rush.
emotional rush. It's a totally different
Got it.
kind of way. But, people often ask me, how did you leave a job like that and get into the work you're doing now? And what I often say is that, for a lot of pilots, their passion is flying. But for me, my passion is adventure. And that was my adventure for a long time. And this is my new adventure.
Wow. Okay. Okay. No, I mean that you can certainly turn it into a new adventure, and it becomes you can absorb. There are certain things that we did in life that you could absorb that rush, and you would still make it an adventure each and every day to self-improve yourself from the inside out. So those are through affirmations. We probably don't do those anymore, but
I do it through meditation,
just
through prayer, through learning, through being active, through exercise, through being outside, all kinds of things.
So what determines what we get out of life is those things that you have actually put in when you woke up in the morning. You actually put in the meditations, the affirmations, the things that you want to accomplish for that day, and you set up like a ritual, like an intent for the day, and that intent that intent fulfills. So now you're mastering what you want to accomplish.
That's exactly right. So, every night I send out my achievements of the day and my intentions for the next day. And when I master that, when I get it all right, I get this almost electric feeling inside me. It's fully alive. It feels awesome. Because these are my new achievements. It's not some dreary to-do list.
Right.
They're my new achievements. It's me getting bigger and better.
Yeah. Bigger and better and more understanding of who you are and how the world works. Because if we let it happen to us, we're fucked.
The passive life is unrewarding.
Yeah, everybody's perfectly happy to let tomorrow be the same as yesterday. There's so many people who are, they're
trying to do that, but it isn't the same.
They have a vague sense that, things are just too boring. It's Groundhog Day, and like they're getting hit with things, and they're not in control. They're not running their life. Their life is running them. When they're settling for the everyday ho-hum.
This is exactly the trick. And they're living outside in rather than inside out.
They call that the locus of control in psychology. That's called the external locus of control, is living outside in, and the internal locus of control, which is better, is living from the inside out.
There you go.
Inside leads your life rather than out.
I didn't know they had a word for that, so thank you for that, Tom. It's just something I figured out. Because I could see that doing it the other way around wasn't working.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the thing to do, but when I defaulted away from the other way, it just automatically happened, and then I realized that it didn't happen.
It's not subtle, but there weren't names for it before. Everybody could figure out it was happening and notice that was, a problem, or, they were thinking about their locus of control without having a name for it and being able to communicate, exactly the experience that is common for a lot. Almost everybody has the same experience. They just don't have a name for it, like living from the outside in or the inside out. This versus that, you got this pair of opposites that makes it clear, or you got the equivalent term is the locus of control. That's from like 10 or 20 years ago to 15, 20 years ago. They might have a better name for it, but we all know what they're talking about either way, at this point.
Well, thanks for that, Tom.
Well, yeah, thanks for that. Because really, if we start looking at from the inside and then start nourishing that, and we set up those inner thoughts in the morning, and we find a way to accomplish them in one day, we've mastered a great deal. We've mastered our thoughts on a regular basis then.
Yes. The whole thing, most people think that they are their thoughts.
Yes, that is the problem.
We are so much more than our thoughts, and we don't have to own them. We don't have to be them. We can just be the observer of them.
Oh, the words, the expressed thoughts. Yeah, those are different than the actual being.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to jump on every thought. You don't have to own every thought that floats through your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You can just go, oh, I see you there. Not what I want. And so then they yeah.
But somehow we take those thoughts and attach an emotion to them, and that's where the spiral either goes down or up.
When you engage in a thought, personally attach it to yourself. Yeah, see.
When you take ownership of a thought, you let it be
Right.
you. That's when you're on the slippery slope.
Yes, and you can change them, so you don't let to
Yeah, exactly. Like it takes a
go
while.
over you. You are in control.
Yeah, and really the solution is just being aware that this decision, that you have a decision in the first place, and when you're making it, it's making you vulnerable. So don't expect things to be better after attaching yourself to thoughts or goals. You got to stay removed from your goals, from your physical situation. That's unpredictable, and it doesn't depend on you. So don't attach yourself to it. Do so at your own risk, as long as you know that you're doing it at your own risk, and
Hey,
that you have a
Jason.
choice. It's great. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, Jason and Zabayan.
Yeah, I'm Zabayan.
Adrian,
I'm Zabayan.
You
I
know
am
Zabayan?
we got Nip as well.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
you are Sabayan. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Zabayan.
Yeah. Hey, tweet a bird out, you guys.
Yoo-hoo! It's DJ Jason. Yeah, so when we decide that we're going to take focused effort, and that effort is focused on what our real purpose for living is, so connection with soul, in fact, it is, then everything starts to line up, and everything becomes much more peaceful and synchronistic. And things just start happening that are promoting what we're doing. For instance, I've been working for a while on this project here called the Happy City Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So I came to realize that we're having more clarity on what we've been doing. We've been planning since the springtime, that we need to partner. And if we're going to partner and get some sponsorship, then we need to probably incorporate. So I wanted some advice for that. So I knew a lawyer from a networking group, and I called him up, and he invited me over, and he told me exactly what I needed to do, showed me exactly where I needed to go, told me what it would cost, and offered to help me out. And I said, how do you get paid? He said, just send people my way. He gave me a stack of his cards. And he said, when you get done your first draft, give me a call after hours, and we'll meet up, and I'll take a look at it for you. So this is the kind of synchronicity that you get when you're aligned with your purpose. So,
Wow, that's
exactly.
powerful.
Exactly.
Very powerful. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I've been uptown in like this little town called Bad Axe, and I'm at this. It's called a computer store. It's like these guys are just amazing, and so you do know that synergistically it makes a huge difference in the way that you're living. That you are giving, but you don't know what you're giving, but it's an inherent energy that is that's showing up, and people are recognizing. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you for that. That attorney is a great way of a great example.
So, there's all kinds of examples of things that happen that way. Mm-hmm. And it all comes from giving willingly and receiving graciously.
Help me help more people.
Like what do I say to them? Like that, I say, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And if I can help you out, let me know.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah. See, and that's giving from a place of not expecting something back. Either.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a free place of reciprocation.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yes.
So another way that I do that is when I have a client who wants some coaching for a specific event or a specific thing that's going to happen, then I like to call them up afterward and just go through with them how it went. And it's not to aggrandize my work, but it's to congratulate them for taking the action beforehand to meet up with me, to get the coaching, and then to be at one with everything that's coming and to get themselves through it. And it's usually fun to do that. And quite often, when I do that, I'll get a referral from them. Because they go, you know what, that was really important. And then they start talking about it to their friends.
And that's what shifts the world. Just by a few
Exactly. So we have to believe in ourselves.
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking this is the way the world's supposed to work, is nothing but mutual benefit. So the only price is helping me help other people,
Yeah.
And then their only price is helping you help more people. Only price, yeah. Kind of does work that way in a monetarily with corporations. People aren't anywhere near enough aware of how important it is to be attentive to your employees and manage a corporation and manage it with heart, and make sure everyone's got time off that they need when events hit them. Gotta be emotionally attentive to in a business environment. It helps a lot to just have a good vibe and to be healthy and well and emotionally sound. Just emotionally sound, especially when it comes to PR. It's kind of hard to hide when you're mopey, when you're groggy and mopey, and like you're not getting enough, time to take care of your own situation, and you got to help somebody else with theirs when yours isn't even taken care of.
Because when you're trying to hide from other people, the most important person in the world knows you're hiding, and that's you. Because when we're hiding from them because we think we are not enough. And so what we're doing is questioning ourselves. And that is taking us further into stuckness and further down into the pit. So there is only one way out of there, which is to take new action. That's the only way out. Make new decisions, take new actions.
Yes.
And they can be scary. Like, it can be scary. Like some people say to me, you do a daily webinar? Wow, that's a huge commitment. But to me, it's huge fun. Commitment, what that means is you're not sure that you can come up with topics and be consistently on energy and consistently give like that.
I think part of the difference is you're not trying to get anything out of it. It's a matter of how much you manage to actually
give,
how much you deliver. It's all about delivering.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, it's work, I guess, but not to me. I'm just having a good time.
Yeah, you are, and it does show, because it's less effort, even though we have these, but it is less effort because we're not coming up with massive amounts of content. but the content is relevant and the content is real, and it has a particular focus and an upliftment part to a human being, so that listens.
Yeah,
And
we're
it's pretty
alive.
consistent.
We're-
And that's
we're
where
not- we're not
Yeah,
like
we are live.
being like a program that gives you a canned answer for every question you have. You know?
that is so true. I mean, it's so real, Tom. We've got in all kinds of walks of life, and we can be real at that moment with them. So that is a unique aspect, if you really want to look at it the way for you, Stephen, as well as showing up this way, and being able to explore that content and still keep it on the task that's at hand, or the what am I looking for? I think is the topic that's on hand, and just so it doesn't sway too far one way or another. But that determines what we get out of life is because of what we're giving and living. We're actually living that right in the moment now. So thank you for that little insight. Very true.
Yes.
It is my extreme pleasure if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, but to actually talk about it to the depths that we do talk about it, it really it also breaks so many barriers around us, relationship barriers that our old programming deteriorates, and we're more receptive and more understanding and clearer, and that's a huge benefit. That's a huge plus.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yes.
Like we talked about before, right? When people work together, everything works. When people are fighting, everything's going downhill. So it's really, really important to believe in yourself, believe in others, and get working together. If you want more, work together.
So there is a little thing that I've got going on. It's like, yes, we've gone up and down on. Yeah, you've. Oh, so it's like, okay, maybe I answered your question. Please don't commit me, but so it's like, how many times do I start over? But I've started over with more experience. I've started over with more knowledge. I've started over with more understanding, and I've started over with more. No one can ever take that experience away from you.
Exactly.
That's one.
Yes.
So you don't have to do things the same way.
Oh boy! Yeah, but it seems like the decision's the same, but it is actually different because it's just the process for which you have to go through to wake up.
Exactly. Wake up, grow up,
Yikes.
grow up.
Wake up
Grow
and
up.
grow up.
Grow up to have, make up and grow up.
Wake up, show up, grow up.
I think I might be on the same page if I tell you, like before my adult life, that was one life, and that ended, and another one began.
Yeah.
And my adult life is a lot better. You know, I've done a lot less wrong in my adult life than I did as an adolescent. You know,
Nice.
I mean, like I would spend my whole adult life feeling remorse for all that stupid, mean, inconsiderate crap I did as a teenager.
Yeah. We all did.
I just left that person behind, let him die, and and I'm just my adult life. As far as I'm concerned, I've got the memory. I can recollect it, but I'm not attached. I don't identify with that little hooligan.
Well done. Well done. Because that is, in my view, the meaning of negativity. Like a meaning, Everything has a purpose in my view. And the purpose of negativity is to wake us up to a higher truth. Oh yeah, this is not working for me. Okay, it's not working for me, then I want to be more than that. So let me see, what else can I do that'll work better? Hello, Hillary. Welcome, welcome. You know, in the end, it's really quite simple. Not easy, but simple. Oh, you are so welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you, Hillary. Awesome.
Yeah, swimming across the Atlantic.
Okay, what do you do? Here's a good question from DJ Jason. What do I do with people that want to put you down or want to trample you to get further ahead? So what you want to do with them is leave them alone. You want to find and attract some people that really want to help you with your purpose. So find out what it is that you're really good at, what you really want to do, and then just start doing it, and people will come to you that are your helpers. So you become more and more happy people, or whatever it is that your mission is. If you're here, my guess is it has something to do with happiness. So you're with those people now, and you can be sure that we won't be trampling you down or putting you down. Our mission is to build everybody up.
But how?
Yes. Up,
Right.
high.
Right. But to a simple way of answering cowards and family members in the way.
Yeah, that can help.
There was yesterday was this is a subject that touches on yesterday. It was just a simple thank you for that information. You know, if they're already putting you down, they're already condemning you in some way, just say thank you for that information. I'll take that under consideration. But that just throws them off. And so thank you for asking that question. But that would be the best way to handle things.
Exactly right, because fighting is a pattern, right? And you can interrupt the pattern by doing something unexpected. So if they're coming at you, just take a deep breath, and like Robert said, say thank you for that information, or say, hey, I really think that's interesting. Tell me more. And whatever it is, instead of fighting against them or retreating, just join with them in some unexpected way and watch the whole thing deflate. And then they won't have any more fun because they can't push your buttons anymore. And that'll be really challenging the first time, but it'll get easier and easier, and you'll see your whole world shift around you. Because it takes to fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to fight back when somebody comes at you. You have the choice to respond in a new way.
I like all that. I got my little bit, my 2 cents to put in there too. Like when you can't get rid of you can't cycle people out when they're coworkers or family. Ignore it and it'll go away. Kind of applies to this in particular. Because no response is better than any response at all. Like the best response is no response. If they're not getting anything feedback, or if they're not getting anything out of their trolling you or mentioning things that they just know you don't want to hear. You're talking about people like that who are just trying to get a rise out of you a lot of the time, and then the advice isn't the same because there are a lot of people you can just cycle out. Just lose one person, lose people, and gain people at the same time, changing your living circumstances and everything. But when you're stuck with them, ignoring them is not having an emotional response is the best course of action.
Well, if you ignore them, wouldn't that be a if you ignored them, wouldn't that sometimes fuel the fire?
Yeah. If you're if it's like pointedly ignoring them, that's kind of a reaction. But just like not having an emotional, or just, having something stupid to say in response, or, just negating it, just, let's see, cultivate apathy with these people and don't have a true emotional reaction to them, and they're going to stop. They're not going to get what they're looking for. They're feeding off your reaction. And when you stop feeding them, they stop looking for food. Right? It's like...
Let me say something about that, because that can work. The risk is if you carry that insult or that attack with you, and then you're still going to be stressed by it. So if you can ignore it and let it go, this is good. If that's troublesome, then I recommend the pattern interrupt process instead.
Paternus interruptus.
Yes. Interrupt the pattern. You're right. It's hard when they go to your back to say negative things to your boss, but the truth is you don't know how your boss receives that. And if you just focus on being a good worker, then your boss will go, that's not the guy I know. I don't know what you're talking about. And it'll backfire on him. So you don't want to focus on what they're saying. What you want to focus on is what you are being and doing. And that will make all the difference.
Yeah, and if you're the reputation you're building contrafutes what somebody's saying, they don't have a voice. Your actions are your voice.
Yeah.
And that's a lot louder than somebody's, throwing out hollow insults and talking shit behind your back and all that. All the bad things. They can try, but your reputation is strong. Your actions are very much stronger than their words.
Exactly, actions are always more powerful than words.
The type of right. There's power in understanding the emotional state that you're in. So it would be the emotional scale of where you're at with that relationship, that you can actually converse with them and say, thank you for that information, rather than raising or lowering yourself, whichever way it works, to that level of a put down, of a way of coming across. You can diffuse the situation anytime. You have that power. Every one of us has that power.
So here's a question from DJ. In your opinion, what are the biggest barriers to achieve happiness? The biggest barrier to achieving happiness is a failure to address our issues internally. So it's trying to change people outside of us, instead of working on releasing our hurts of the past, embracing our purpose for living, and achieving harmony within, around, and with our purpose. So I hope that's been helpful to you. It's not a difficult process to understand. It's challenging work to do. I'd be more than happy to help you if that's your aim. But it takes time and it takes work. But it can be done, and it's in everybody's potential. Everybody can do it.
Easier said than done.
And everybody around you.
Yeah. Stop trying to change other people. Yeah. Change yourself.
Yes, you can change just yourself.
If anybody really wants to know how to change themselves, this book, Happiness Works, Get Yours Here, has all kinds of excellent tools and tips in it that will help you do that. So I would recommend that. You can get that through my website, is a good way to get it. And that will get you as well onto my email list, which will offer you even more insights and more opportunities. So it's a win, win, win.
Win position.
And it is a great win. We have a great win. We win every day here.
Yes,
so that's a
we
great
do.
Yes.
Actually, there's some tips and tricks in that book that makes. Yeah, we do. There's a lot
Yeah.
of ways we do. Go ahead.
When the
Mr.
people
Steven.
are pointing their fingers at everybody else, the reason they do that is that they feel stuck. The reason they feel stuck is judgment. So if you want to stop judging other people and stop judging yourself, then you will find that things are starting to work better and better and better for you.
Tom, I hope you've been on a couple of labs with us, but I appreciate you. You get on here, you're on a happiness lab, you're smoking a cigarette, you're you're shirtless, and I have got to tell you, dude, I so appreciate where you've come. You know what? There is no judgment. And you're a great testament.
This is the whole point, right? Is that we've all been there. I used to smoke. I used to drink a lot, and I know what it's about.
Yeah.
Everybody is on a journey.
Yeah, I really appreciate being accepted.
And
here.
we've been.
And I accept everybody to be where they are.
Yeah, thank you.
If they want to get better, I'm here to help. If they don't, that's okay.
And I can tell you I do, but it's slow going, slow progress for me. I don't have to be perfect. Who's perfect? Yeah.
Exactly.
I like that. I'm accepted at the very least. Sorry?
Perfection is a false measuring stick.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't exist, right?
Trade in your perfection measuring stick for your excellence measuring stick.
Excellent.
Let's just work and be more and more excellent.
Yeah, but I like that. Hey, did I get the website for your book? Because I want to buy it just to help you.
Yeah, it's right there on the chat. happinessworksforyou.com.
That's it. Great. Yeah, because this isn't like, hey, you're just an author trying to help people out with your knowledge. I like this. This is what this is
it
what
doesn't get any simpler than that, does it?
Why not?
That's funny.
This isn't a used car salesman.
No.
Snake oil.
No, we haven't done that yet.
I have a used
You do this and it'll change your life forever. Wow. I know I might dream a genie. I'm the genie.
Okay, my friends, we're coming up on 3 o'clock here. So let's sign off. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 2. And we're going to have another great day. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got some good insights out of it. And wishing you all very happy days.
Every day.
Yes, happy day for everybody.
Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Thank you.
It's been
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Take care. Stay well. Have fun.
Have fun. Bye.
Have another.
Bye. Robert Allen here, guys.
Another afternoon party for everybody at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Good seeing y'all. Really.